Coming up next on The Noise. Seattle is a great place to live. These Gen Xers are working to make it even better. It's already the fastest growing network on television. Preview the WB's fall lineup and check out your favorite shows. The Noise talks with Britney Spears about her upcoming appearance on the WB. Can't find a place to see live music? A Seattle ordinance is restricting fans and club owners. City officials, concert promoters, and music fans are trying to make a change. See how you can get involved. What does it take to make it as a rock band today? We'll talk with Blink 182. It's all coming up next on The Noise. Hey, welcome to The Noise. My name is Melody and we're here in beautiful West Seattle. Thanks to bands like Pearl Jam, Nirvana, and Soundgarden, Seattle music is known all over the world. But with the city's all-age club restrictions, many local fans can't even watch their favorite bands play. Now people just like you are fighting the city ordinances, trying to keep the music playing loud. Keith Rhodes has our story.
When you're not 21, there's like nowhere I can go to see a band.
I think that sucks.
Even if you're 1 month away from being 21.
Kids have nowhere to go.
It sucks. In the city of Seattle, if you're not 21, your options are limited as far as what you can do. One of the reasons is an old piece of legislation which is still haunting the city to this day. It's called the Teen Dance Ordinance.
The Teen Dance Ordinance was written in '85, essentially because there were some problems with some clubs that were going on at the time, and so some legislators got together and decided they needed to have some sort of regulations for the city to be able to regulate clubs.
When the lawmakers and the authors of the Teen Dance Ordinance were writing it, they didn't quite understand music culture.
In the name itself, the Teen Dance Ordinance, it actually was only written to apply to dances. But the problem is it does not define the difference between a live music event and a dance. And so it's been used loosely to regulate any event, basically. And it's sort of used as a tool of harassment.
It's not very hospitable for people to put on all ages shows in Seattle, and I think that's very bad. I think that the city should be encouraging youth involvement and youth programs, and music is one of the best ones.
I think if you can be drafted when you're 18, you ought to be able to see some live music.
Let me breathe. Seattle's supposed to have this huge music scene, and it doesn't exist unless you're 21. It just doesn't.
If you have, a new promoter who may even just be a 17, 18-year-old kid who just wants to put on a show, unless it's a venue that holds less than 150 people, they're going to be forced to comply with the ordinance in theory, and it's not possible for someone.
Solution?
I think the solution could be
We decided that we would form a task force consisting of about 20 people to basically either get rid of the Teen Dance Ordinance or, more importantly, to change it with the goal of making music more accessible to youth.
The Music and Youth Task Force is a collective of people that includes a police officer, a firefighter, a couple of all-ages promoters, a band manager, the executive director of Jam Pact, and a few other representatives, including people from the city's legal department and the mayor's office, working together to figure out how to be more proactive in providing music events and arts events for young people in the city.
The Music and Youth Task Force has a lot of work to do to try to find solutions to the problems in the Teen Dance Ordinance. Some members of the committee like it the way it is, others don't.
Our position from the very beginning has been for an all-out repeal of the Teen Dance Ordinance.
The Teen Dance Ordinance as it stands should completely be overturned. It's full of contradictions.
Any task force, of course, is just recommendations, and they have to go to the lawmakers. So it's going to be the council members that will decide whether or not the Teen Dance Ordinance will be repealed and whether or not it will be replaced by another ordinance or guidelines.
So city council members will take recommendations from the task force on what to do about the Teen Dance Ordinance. And even with all the debating, I think task force members did agree with what they heard from people like you on one thing.
So much of youth culture is about music, and I think that music should be for people of all ages, always.
Our goal is to increase music in the city of Seattle, increase music to all people, young and old.
Music just helps, I think it just helps you get through all kinds of things.
They're like on fire for this music. It is their passion. It's the language of their heart. It's what they live for. You go through an entire week of school and you know that on Friday night at 8 o'clock, you show up to this venue and there's going to be a show and you'll be able to dance. You'll be able to dance to live music.
It's a chance to see what the band's really like outside the studio.
As a band, they give back so much energy. Anything you put out comes back tenfold when you play.
It's not too late to get involved and voice your opinion about the Teen Dance Ordinance. The Music and Youth Task Force is there for you, and they're listening.
I encourage kids and young people to start attending the Music and Youth Task Force meetings if they haven't already. They are open to the public.
People can also come and talk to their council members themselves, either writing a letter or sending emails.
I think that people should get up off the couch, stop watching so much TV, and get out there and make a difference.
Less all ages shows, less freedom, you can't do this, you can't do that, and there's just a point where you have to say, no, screw that, I'm gonna fight back. You're not gonna pass this law, you old person.
Music and kids go hand in hand, and that's the way it's always been. It's just really important that that relationship just continue.
To find out more about how you can get involved, you can visit our website at ktwbtv.com. Just follow the links to the noise. What does it take to get noticed in the music business today? When we come back, we'll talk to the bad boys of Blink-182 and see what they have to say. And later, we'll check out the new WV lineup. It's all coming up next on The Noise.